So, yeah, campfire cookout. Hello, Super Gang. So I'm using these things. These are cut down slabs that I harvested about a month ago from these kind of trees here, the poplar, that I've been using to build with. When I used the sawmill, they turned out like this. These are just the side end pieces that I'm going to use today for my fire. Instead of, doing a big gather. I've got like hundreds of these, and they burn pretty well. Campfire cookout. Making, technically it'd be breakfast because it's still early in the morning, but I'm making something to eat. I'm just prepping the fire right now. That should do it. And yeah, there we go. And I'm just going to start this up. It should light in one shot. This is some flash paper I made to get a fire going. Literally just cardboard soaked in a little bit of citronella and wax. Hello, warrior. And I'm hoping, like, I've got so much of this to use that I'm hoping I get this fire going in one shot today. If not, I got this to get on there as well that'll really freaking burn. Don't do this at home, kids. Shit. I don't know yet. I don't know just yet. Oh, sorry, I do know. I'm gonna just make my favorite breakfast. My favorite lunch is some cabbage. I've got some meat, cabbage, and rice. That's if I can get the fire going. Not really, Chef Boyardee. Not a huge fan. I do have a couple cans of it stashed away because it's good for, when you've got nothing else. But I prefer just veggies. Hey, Boondock. As you can see, I'm trying to cheat to get a fire going. These are about. I've been drying for about a month. I've got. I've been cutting them down for the last couple of days because I've had about sheets of these that are about 10 to 15 feet long. These are the sides of what's left of me using the sawmill for what I've been building, the cabin. So now I've got about 20, 30 long ones like this, about 15 feet long. I've been cutting down because they're useless to me. They're too thin. That yeah, I cut down these pieces like this, and I've been using for fires. I've got a couple hundred of these, if not more. And now it's just getting a nice, get these to burn and get a nice coal base to cook on. That's the goal, at least. Oh yeah, I'm making my favorite meal right now. I got me one of these, and for $10, I got a whole pack of like 50 jumbo hot dogs. They were on sale, so I'm gonna put hot dogs into the mix this time because why not? And yeah, I'm having my favorite breakfast or lunch or meal, I guess, is anything with cabbage is pretty awesome to me. Yeah, I know about that. Honestly, this is gonna start. It's just I'm waiting. I wish I had a vacuum cleaner. I would use that and just blow air into it, like get it super duper hot. But I don't. And they are all beef. I think three's enough. Once I got some nice heat and coals in there, I'll start frying these up. Then adding the cabbage. Oh shit. Heat warning, I'm gonna lose my phone. Give me a moment. Just gonna switch sides to get to the shade. There we go, that's some shade. Oh, look at that. Gotcha. Gotcha. There's a frog. Ah. Yep, we're settled in. Settled in and happy. And yep, I have nothing to complain about. So yeah, these are gonna get fried. They're just hot dogs. But what I do with it is what's gonna make it good is some flake chilies. I'm gonna be crushing these later because I'm making kimchi later. I left the door open to the camper, but her and I were out pretty early today. We did a couple hours of training, so she is dead tired. We did about 3 hours worth of hunt training, so you're not gonna. She'll be asleep for the next few hours. I'm training her to pick up rabbit scents to hunt down a rabbit. It's in her nature. She's part dachshund, so she wants to go into burrows to hunt down badgers. We don't have badgers up here, which thankfully. But she still got that instinct, so I'm not trying to deter it. I'm trying to channel it into a rabbit. That fire's going nicely. It'll burn down the coals. I'll get more wood on there once it heats up a bit more. Besides that, you get to listen to the peacefulness of the woods. And all this wood is wood I've harvested myself from these kind of trees. They're called a poplar. Solar's all back up and running for quite a while now. Now I'm working on side projects and winter preparation. I'm hoping to do a stream of me pickling eggs because I did work yesterday for a person who builds tiny homes. And I went down to the Mennonites and bought a thing of 50 eggs for like $5. Amazing price. And I've got jars I've been saving to pickle the eggs with some vinegar, salt, and garlic for the winter. Right now I've got 100 eggs put away for winter. I'm going to do another 50. Every time I go to the Mennonites, try to buy at least 50 to 100 eggs to boil on the fire, pickle them, and put them in the pickling solution, pickle them for the winter. Because my most important thing is to be prepared for this winter. It's close enough to a lake. There's no lake on the property, but it's, I'd say, 1.5, 2 kilometer walk, maybe an hour walk. But an hour and a half walk to get back, though, because the walk to it is all downhill, but from it is all uphill. Okie dokie, dragon. That's good to know. But yeah, I got some cabbage I'm cutting next for that. And my neighbor doesn't know, like, this is a neat little knife that system thing he gave me. It goes on top like this. They hook in together like this. When you close the knife, the fork, and the spoon, it locks in. It doesn't come apart. But if you open the spoon and the fork, it comes off and you got eating utensils. And they were smart to put the knife where the spoon is. I really appreciated this from my neighbor. This is the neatest little thing, and I've gotten a lot of use out of it. I use this more than any of the knife. There's certain kind of fish you can smoke. I've been building. That's one of my projects I'm working on, is a smokehouse alongside the cabin. Is to dry fish and some pheasants out. Is to smoke it. I just have to catch fish, and there's certain kind of fish you can smoke, like pike does not take well to smoking, and that's all I seem to have been catching is pike. Pickerel, fantastic. I caught 2 pickerel the other day and I ate them because they're freaking pickerel. They're delicious. Same with a couple bass. They smoke well too. Bass, pickerel, amazing to smoke. It's just, the first catches of the year I wanted to eat. I'd like to catch a few dozen pickerel, few dozen bass, some bluegill, and some perch, smoke them up for the winter. I've gotten pretty good with the slingshot too. So I've been hunting out quail and squirrel. Once the smoker's up, I'll be taking more quail and squirrel and rabbit and smoking them for the winter. Well, since I'm doing this now, I might as well... Good morning, Reed. Might as well start getting my cabbage ready. And I'm just going to plunk it on the bag, pick out how much I'm going to use, which I'm pretty sure this is cabbage. I know it's cabbage. I'm making a joke. But I like myself some cabbage. With this little knife my neighbor gave me. Like, I don't think I'll ever need another knife set again. Like, I love this thing. And get it ready for consumption. And the purple in there's nothing to worry about. It's to be expected this time of year. I got this cabbage from the Mennonite, so this is like legit farm fresh, homegrown cabbage. And they grow it right beside purple cabbage and the other cabbages, so it's to be expected. There's a little bit of crossbreeding going on there. It's not going to hurt you. In fact, it just gives it a little bit more flavor, I would say. is the word. That's about enough cabbage. I'll call that good. And we're just waiting to get some heat and coals. First snow, generally around the mid of October, it'll start to snow. I don't know what the accumulation's like. Usually they get, it snows a little bit throughout the year, and then you're unfortunate if you get one big dumping. But it snow's going to be pretty dang high. But the good thing is once October hits, we've applied for the moose tags and we got them. So we're going to be taking a few of me and a few of the neighbors are going to be taking out a moose this year. And that's going to be beautiful stuff. Yeah, Moose is dead asleep right now. We worked on her training today. With her training, it's getting pretty intense. We did 3 hour training session. Even though it's more like play, it's still training. Yes, I got some rabbit scent from a neighbor, rubbed it all on her toys, and I've been hiding them and making her search out the toys. Yeah, let's not do that. I don't know who gets the antlers, right? I'm probably going to be the one skinning the animal. So I'll see if I can keep them. I'd like to make a knife handle out of it anyways. And canning, I am into canning like eggs right now. And I've been doing a lot of foraging. Once the fall foraging starts to come in, there's a few plants I will harvest because they are better pickled. And I will harvest and pickle them. But my main goal right now is to get at least, I want about 300 to 400 eggs pickled, ready to go for the winter. I don't have the kind of power that it would require. I'm more going to try to get into smoking. And you get a small little hole in there like that. Damn it. I like that idea, Moosey Moo Crew. I'm gonna work on a T-shirt like that. I got one. It'll be a photo of her all cartoonized, and give her some antlers, like moose antlers. That's a really good idea. So the good thing about poplar, it burns for a long time. This stuff is really great for like your wood burning stove. It's just that's also the problem for cooking outdoors with it is it burns for a long time. It takes forever to get down to coals. You might be thinking of another plant. So this is poplar. There's another tree that's more native to the United States in the area where you are. It's called it's a white aspen. I was actually mistaken by telling this was white aspen. White aspen tend to fall over a lot. They're more of a softwood that they don't have the strength. Like they got a lifespan of like 20 years. These things can go up to 50 to 100. I've got a 100-year-old poplar right beside me now. It's right there. And that big one, that's a 100-year-old poplar. I could go get some dead wood and throw it on there, get the fire nice and cranked up. I don't actually mind just chilling here with the fire till it burns down to some real nice coals. I'm enjoying myself today. Besides, I got time. Those got to cook in a little bit. Get them nice and crispy. Then throw the cabbage in with the hot peppers. And I even got salt and Wonder Bag bread. It might be that. You might just be unlucky. I'm gonna go grab some dead rot and throw it on the fire just to get the flames nice and hot. Get it going real well. There's one. You'll do nicely. There we go. I got some dead rotten stuff that'll help that get going a little bit hotter. I'm fortunate. I do know foraging. I would say if you can find a book on your local forageable greens and shroom mushrooms, do it. There's so much out there that's actually edible. Like I've got a book for the Northern Ontario, this area specifically. I've been learning because there's more I didn't even know existed up here. You know, it can really vary from area to area. Ah. There we go. That'll go up in flames and turn into some nice coals. Jesse, it's going amazing. You just can't breathe because of smoke. What you do is you bring the book with you. There's no shame in carrying a book in your pocket. And once you've started to eat the plants that you're finding, then you get used to it, you know? You learn by finding and doing and eating. You're very lucky. I've got a lot of edible plants up here too. I think foraging is a great skill to have. You also should learn not just the foraging, but the conservation to go along with the foraging. Like if you find a bunch of black fungus or chicken of the woods, you should know not to harvest all of it so it can spore and repopulate. Same with the greens and whatnot. Don't If you see a nice big patch, don't pick the whole patch. Pick maybe a third of the patch and leave the rest to grow and thrive so there's more for next year and the plant species can repropagate. We're almost to the point where I can start cooking. So I'll fry these up first. Add the hot peppers when they're ready to go. Once they're starting to get a little bit crispy, I'll throw the cabbage in. A little bit of salt. When the cabbage is done, I will add this pack of rice. And now that I've got these small things in, this is going to go a lot quicker. I can feel the heat coming off. That is fantastic, Carrie. That's the way you gotta look. Especially when you're teaching kids. That's the way they gotta learn is just take what you're gonna use. Don't just wipe a species out. Unless that's not always true, though. That is not always true. You do that with your native species. So if you see a species of plant that's not supposed to be there that's edible, like Japanese knotweed. By the way, Japanese knotweed, it looks like bamboo. It is delicious. Harvest as much as you want. Over harvest. Take every last bit of it you can find. Destroy it. Destroy the species because they strangle out other species. They're not native here. It's the same thing with garlic mustard plants. Whenever I see them growing at the side of the road or wherever, I harvest, and I keep on harvesting. If there's nothing left, I pickle it, I'll eat it. It's an invasive species. If you want to forage invasive species, forage to your heart's content because they're not supposed to be here. Hello, Tommy. There's a fungus that grows on oak trees. I forget the name, but you harvest it in winter. Um, fuck, what is it name? Doesn't matter what the name is, but do you make it? Oh, chaga, chaga. Ooga chaka, ooga chaka, ooga ooga booga chaka. Chaga. I'm pretty sure it's called chaga. And you make a tea with it. It's so good for your health. So that stuff there is that's really hard to overharvest too, and it's a natural species. So if you find chaga, it looks like a woody growth on an oak tree. Take as much as you can. It's really good for your health. You don't eat it; you brew it into a tea. Japanese knotwood. It looks like bamboo. I think it might be the same thing you're talking about, the kudzo. Oh! And tomorrow, I've got a very interesting stream. So I've been trying to pick up a new hobby for the winter. I'm gonna be cooking my favorite cabbage, one of my favorite cabbage dish with hot dogs in it this time. But it's gonna be really good. But I'm trying to pick up a new hobby. So tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a stream. Um, I'm gonna be making myself a polished circular ball of dirt. It's a Japanese kind of like craft called Doridango, Durango, or something like that. I cannot. But you just make a mud ball and you polish it, and that's going to be a stream tomorrow. Yeah, well, chaga is a great for you, but it's also really good for your overall health. You should be. I wouldn't be burning it. I would be. If you find chaga, I would be brewing it into a tea. It's so good for you. I've got about 10 spots where I can harvest chaga from that I'm waiting for freeze to do. Yep. Honestly, Japanese knotweed. Get as much of it as you can. Another real good source of vegetables. You got to be careful when you harvest them, but the cattails. Yeah, I think that's the name for them. The cattails is you harvest them right at the bottom, just like that much. You pull it out, and there's a white part right up to the green part where it's still soft. That much of the thing you can eat that you pull out of the water. I like them, but under specific conditions. So if you spicy fry them, they're great. It's just they're very soft, and I don't care for the texture. I find again if you pickle the cattail roots for a few days, like throw them in some 2 parts vinegar, 8 parts water, and salt. For like 5 days, they firm up and the texture's a lot more pleasant. Fry them up over some oil on the fire. They're delicious. And same thing with the. We've got a tree up here. It's a fir tree called the tamarack. Great for building. It's a hard wood. But if you process it properly, you take off the bark. There's a lining right between the bark and the wood. You can strip that off and fry it. It's a famine food, but the lining itself is edible and it tastes pretty good too. Like it's just tree. Literally, you can eat a tree. Yeah, there is so much that we don't eat that's just out there that is really tasty and tastes different. They taste so different to what you've ever had. All the food we're getting from the grocery store just it's been genetically engineered to taste the way it tastes. Like not genetically, over hundreds of years been engineered to be as it is. And it's made so it tastes as good as it possibly can. There's so many different flavors out there that you haven't had that you can find in nature. It's that's why I love foraging is you can try a taste you've never had before. And now we cooking. Oh, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow's stream. I'm gonna probably come back here. And I've already made the mud ball earlier. I just gotta let it dry out, and I'm gonna make a doradongo tomorrow. Oh, that's horrible. I would be very upset if I was allergic to wild edibles. Hello, real outdoor living. See, that's what I want, more of a gentle heat, not a super high fry. Cabbage, when it's like fried like this, because cabbage is going in there, it becomes so savory with this umami and the sweetness to it. It's truly my favorite vegetable. And this cabbage here, if you look at it, look at that. Look how pretty that is. I got this cabbage from the Mennonite, and they grow it like right beside a purple cabbage field. So look at the purple in it. There's been a little bit of crossbreeding going on there. Isn't that something beautiful? This is going to be very different. There's even a hint of that purple cabbage flavor in it. Oh, thank you for the sub. I appreciate it. And I haven't done a campfire cook like this in a while. Kind of homesteading, and I haven't been streaming as much as I wanted to. You know, I'm finally in the headspace to do it, and got the internet access to do it. And, I'm settled into where I am, and the projects I have been working on are coming to a close, like helping my neighbors build their house and whatnot. So I have more time to just sit out here and have a cookout. And legit, I bought like 50 hot dogs for $10, and that's what I'm cooking right now is fried cabbage with hot dog, spicy fried hot dog cabbage with rice in a wok. Yeah, I'm here now. I'm working on the cabin. Today I'm going to be working on my cabin. I've got my camper that I live in, but the cabin is so I can have somebody else up here. If you ever need a place to stay, it's here, kind of deal. So that's going up. And legit, I harvested all the wood myself. Used a sawmill to cut it down into planks. This is just the slabs that are left over from all the cutting that I've been letting dry out for the last couple months, for the last month. And now I'm just starting to burn them. And once those get a little bit crispy, I like I like a little bit of spice with my cabbage. So that's going in the oil. There's a lot less oil in there than it looks, but it's a wok. What do you expect? And yeah, tomorrow is the Dorodongo, and I might do a video on some kimchi because I've got the Chinese cabbage to make kimchi and some radishes and whatnot. So I'm hopefully making kimchi tomorrow. I've missed having kimchi. It's not my sawmill. One of the new neighbors brought up a sawmill, and it's a full automatic gas powered sawmill. It's neat. It's got the chainsaw on it. Jim, that place is done. It is completely, well, he's got a few more spots to put the insulation in, but all the walls are up, the floor is up, the foundation. We did the foundation, we did the floors, we did the walls, we did the roof. All he needs now is a little bit of more insulation on one side, which he'll do at the end of the month, and it's done. Got the wood stove in there, everything. It was a lot of work, but it took since May to finish, and it's done. Well, those are done. Now we put the hot peppers in. My favorite part. It's super spicy because I like the spice. And the pepper juice will start to leach out from the heat. And now we can add the cabbage. No leaf left behind. I would really like it if someone brought a store up here. Like right now, if you need something, one of the neighbors got your back. Up here we've got access to the Mennonite though, so something like that would be difficult because I can just take a walk down the street to the Mennonite store and get all that stuff dirt cheap. But I would like some sort of store closer by. Make my life a lot easier. Someone's got their chainsaw out early in the morning. Gonna get the heat back up on this. I need some hot stuff now. Real outdoor, that's nothing, man. I'm a 25 to 30 minute drive to the nearest store, and I don't drive. The nearest actual store, like in town, is a 4-hour walk, easy. I'm like way up in the boonies, man. Way up in the boonies. Well, here's the problem with that. There is no gridded power here. I'm not on grid. I don't have enough money. I've got the most power up here. By far. I've got more solar than anybody. And I don't have enough money to run. I don't have enough power to run a dehydrator for 14 hours. Even with the sun out. I do have an address for postage. I haven't been giving it out unless it's been from a person that's been around for a while because I don't want to dox myself. But I have a mailbox now. I would always accept spices. I love spices. You'd have to get to me on the Discord. Yep. Yeah, it's the same here, man. But it's nice, you know. We've got our advantages being in the boonies. You hear nothing. Right? It's so quiet here. No one bothers you. You really get to have a peaceful life. I love my neighbors. Yeah, there's a few ones I don't care for. But that's just, regular drama you're going to go through anywhere. Like roommate drama. But a lot of people, they got your back up here. Like my generator. I don't have my generator right now. I've lent it off to one of the neighbors. I know he's got it. He's taking care of it. It's going to come back. Same here, my friend. So, there is a well here that I don't use because the water sucks. I'm on solar. For me to get water, I could either use the well here, but the well quality is horrible. Or I go to the spring. About a 20-minute drive, there is a natural 100-foot down aquifer that was tapped into, that the public has access to. The neighbors, we make a trip once every 2 weeks with all of our water containers and fill up on water at the spring. Good morning, Johnny Heff. See, I'm in more of a community here, so there are people. I don't think I would survive that well on my own because I am a bit of a social butterfly, I might add. Oh, I don't spend too much money though, but I do love spices. Flavor is amazing, and yeah. But tomorrow, I'm looking forward to doing a couple-hour long stream of making my Doradongo. I need a hobby, and I'd like to pump out a few hundred of those things, maybe sell them. But thank you guys. Someone suggested T-shirts. I know how to do that now with the T-shirts, and I got a perfect design. The Moosey Moo crew. A picture of my dog. I'm going to give her some moose antlers. Do it in a cartoon style. Honestly, I love cabbage. I love cabbage. And I got... What? There it is. This is $10 for the jumbo hot dogs, and it was a pack of 40 for $10. I can't say no to that. And yeah, they're just hot dogs, but sometimes everything's expensive now. Sometimes you just gotta make do with hot dogs. And I'll just use them in a dish that I know how to make well, make it into something I enjoy. Like this. This is gonna be good. Just gotta add the rice in once the cabbage is ready. It's almost there. I want to take it a little bit further so more of the sweetness comes out. Nice and spicy. And I got these. I'll add a couple of these because I was too lazy to make real rice. And these are 2 for $1 at the dollar store. Pre-made. Wow, that's spicy. You have a good one. I've got an address. I've got an actual mailing address now. So I can receive mail. And you can also just do general delivery as well, which might be better. I'll have to figure that one out, the general delivery, but I've got an address so I can receive mail. I will also look up your channel. Ugh. And yeah, I've got a video coming out in the next few days. Once I fry them up, I finally made my grandmother's French fries. Like she literally just pickles the potatoes in a garlic, onion, pepper mixture and fries them when she was alive. And I made them. I just gotta fry them up soon. I've been wanting to get her French fry, her fry recipe out there for a while. So that'll be very soon. I just now gotta cook them. Well, guys. Oh, the dates are fantastic. Well, my lunch is finished. I'm gonna go ahead and head inside, go bother my dog, and eat. I'll probably be on around this time tomorrow. I'm gonna be making a Doradongo because I've always wanted to, and it's all ready to go. And I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow because I'm gonna let you guys go. Love you now. Love you all. See ya on the next one. Bye.